Well, due to the success of Inter Miami in these multiple competitions, not the league, we'll see if that turns around. Some of their players are getting noticed by the U.S. men's national team and their head coach, Greg Berhalter. There's been a 50-man provisional roster that has been thrown out there. We don't have all of the names, but we do know some of them, including DeAndre Yedlin is in that 50-man provisional. We have Drake Callender, who I think has been excellent, obviously in penalties as well, having a lot of confidence back there and excited to see how he continues to progress. And then Benjamin Cremaschi, the 18-year-old for Inter Miami, who has played a little bit with our U20s, has played a little bit with Argentina's U20s. Both of his parents were born in Argentina. Leo Messi is now trying to recruit him for Argentina. I don't think we're going to win that battle, to be honest with you, Heath. I think that Cremaschi could be like, Messi says I should play for Argentina. I'm going to play for Argentina. However, I do think it's a smart move by the U.S. to just bring him into the fold. I hope that he actually makes the 25-man roster. Let's just say it goes to half of 50 to 25. Just bring him in. Give him a little taste. Now, we're also hearing with regard to this provisional roster that some players that are trying to integrate into their new clubs or new situations will not be called in for these two games or might have injuries. So this is Oman and Uzbekistan, these two games that are coming up. And I think that's going to delay, based on Gio Reyna being hurt, the reunion of Greg Berhalter and Gio Reyna at a camp for the U.S. men's national team. Now, Edin Terzic, the manager of Borussia Dortmund, has said that things are looking positive for Gio Reyna. He's back in training in some limited capacity. He probably won't play against Bochum this weekend, and he probably will sit out the international break. That way he can get back to full health and be available afterwards. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what I'm picking up from their statement. And so I'm interested. Apparently this roster will be dropped on August 30th. We'll see if that happens or not. And of course, we'll have a podcast ready to go to break it all down for everybody. But Heath, what are you saying about, let's just talk about Cremaschi. I think Callender will get the call in. Yedlin, who knows? He's been around. I don't know if I need to see any more of DeAndre Yedlin. I appreciate his service to the team. But let's talk Cremaschi. Do you think he's good enough to be called in? And then subsequently, do you think we should try to cap him as soon as possible so we don't lose him to Argentina?
I mean, he's 18. I think he's still eligible as he's an 05 for the next U20 World Cup. So like, he's a guy that has a ton. I can't believe he's an 05, by the way. Yeah. He's got a ton of upside, and we're just seeing that. We didn't see much of that yet, and now it's all coming to life, right? But that's what the potential of him was. He had been touted for a long time, which is why he was signed at such a young age. And knowing that he had dual citizenship, that's a personal choice. He's not good enough to play for Argentina now, but we're seeing things about his game. Like, he's a guy that we're seeing take not massive strides that we didn't predict or see, but massive strides in real time between a young kid with potential and like he's going to need some years to being like, oh yeah, he's taking steps up in his game in terms of consistency, decision making, quality on the ball, quality off the ball, like that type of thing. You're seeing those strides happen that you can go, oh, okay, this guy's riding a wave of fulfilling potential that he could get to that point, as a young 18-year-old. I think the U.S. should try to get him in. He's not quite there yet, and you don't have to rush it, but I certainly wouldn't do it for the sake of getting him, like keeping him. And I don't think Argentina is going to do it for the sake of keeping him. They're going to bring him in because he's still got a ways to go. And he could be good enough to play for Argentina. Let's not forget, like, Argentina doesn't have, after this World Cup, they're all at huge clubs, but it wasn't like Argentina, Uruguay. They're not usually full of players that top to bottom and 26 players are all playing at like the biggest clubs in the world. They do have some tiered players that aren't just like the best 23 at the best 5 clubs in the world. So I don't want people to like mistake that. It's like Argentina world champions. Every one of those guys is, a top 3 club in every league. That wasn't the case pre-World Cup.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see just his trajectory. Let's just leave the national team and who he's going to play for out of it. Just Cremaschi's development and evolution in particular. Obviously, it's going to get accelerated, in my humble opinion, being around the Busquets and Jordi Albas and Messi's of the world and playing with confidence and winning games and obviously scoring big penalties to get his teams into the next round and to win competitions is only going to build on to confidence is a hell of a drug.